It's the Mesozoic era, 65 million years before any human will ever walk the earth. You just cracked out of your egg in a very shallow hole. You devour the triceratops leg your mom left you, and waddling around looking for her, you find a lush dinosaur paradise where all dinosaurs coexist peacefully with each other. Just kidding. It's more like the Hunger Games on steroids out here. You hear high-pitched shrieks and ferocious roars echo in the distance. Not taking any chances, you jump back into the hole and hide behind your siblings. Because hey, if anything's gonna get eaten first, it'll be Steve. That was probably your mom, enjoying a snack of her own, because if there's one thing she's good at, it's parenting. Other dinosaurs straight into extinction. The harsh truth is, you're now faced with only two options: survive or be food. Because here on the ground, everything that's bigger than you either wants to crush you, take a bite out of you, or swallow you whole. It's like a giant prehistoric buffet, and you're on the menu. Luckily, that little dino your cannibalistic mom just devoured wasn't your sibling. Your sibling is still intact. Here's the game plan for the next few weeks. Hide, scavenge, and don't die. Your meals? Pretty much whatever doesn't try to eat you first. Not exactly Michelin star options, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Lucky for you, you do have some tricks up your tiny sleeves to try and make this work. Your massive eyes give you binocular vision, helping you spot any sudden movement from prey. Your long legs and big feet let you dart and swerve around bushes faster than most predators. Your sharp baby teeth, paired with a bite force of almost 6,000 newtons, are perfect for tearing into your prey. One bite, and you'd slice through them like a hot knife through butter, except the butter is screaming for their life. Oh, you also have arms. By the end of the week, you've basically become a stealthy mini ninja. Your parents still bring you back the occasional lizard, but for the most part, it's up to you to survive. It's your 13th birthday. Honestly, didn't think you'd make it this far. And you're now officially a T-Rex teenager. Your muscles bulk up like you're Arnold training for the next Mr. Olympia. You've now grown to 25 feet, about as tall as a one-story house, and weighing in at a whopping 2 tons. You're basically the high school linebacker of the Mesozoic world. Nice. Your speed now reaches up to 20 miles per hour. It's still not as fast as Usain Bolt, but thankfully he doesn't exist yet. You've also found yourself a healthier diet, decapitating your victims to access the yummy, more nutritious parts behind their head. That's when you spot something in the distance. It's a lone triceratops grazing along the water, a juvenile. Silently, you sneak close enough to see its horns twist as it turns around, just in time to see you launch from the shadows. The triceratops struggles. Your jaws snap its neck like a Rice Krispie treat as you devour your meal. You make this your daily routine, roaming, hunting, eating, and sleeping. Until finally, at around 20 years old, you are now an adult T-Rex. With only about 8 more years to live, you start to realize that life as an apex predator can get pretty lonely, and the thought of sharing your glorious existence with someone else becomes very appealing to you. So, you set off on your quest in search of your soulmate. Your first challenge is competition. You quickly learn that the mating game isn't just about who's the biggest and baddest, it's also about strategy, charm, and even some theatrics. You walk towards the local watering hole where the females gather, and that's when you spot her. A stunning female T-Rex with scales that glisten in the sun. She's fierce and confident, and you can't help but stare. So here's the plan. You're going to put on a show. Make it dramatic. Show off your hunting skills and agility first by challenging the smaller dinosaurs. You take down the Hadrosaur and let out a triumphant roar once you're done. You want to catch her attention, but more importantly, you want to send a message to all the other dinosaurs that want her too. The female T-Rex watches your display, a little intrigued. But wait, don't get too excited yet. Your roar seems to have attracted other sorts of attention too. A fierce and angry adult T-Rex is also looking at you. It seems you've crossed into his territory. You really should have checked where you were before you started your performance. The ground shakes as the two of you clash, fighting tooth and nail to get the upper hand. This is a showdown that would determine the next ruler of this valley, and who gets the girl. You dodge your opponent's powerful jaws and counter with a quick swipe of your tails. The other dinosaurs watch in awe as you emerge victorious, and you turn to see the female looking at you with newfound respect. You've definitely caught her eye now. You offer her part of your hadrosaur feast, and she accepts the offering. Congratulations, you've got yourself a mate. Here's the thing though, finding a mate is only half of what's to come. T-Rex life hits hard when you're suddenly faced with parenting. You stand protectively over your very own shallow hole and clutch of eggs. You and your mate take turns guarding the nest, warding off any potential threats, like scavenging raptors or pterodactyls that think they can snatch your babies. 4 months of restless nights later, your eggs begin to crack and the sounds of hatchlings emerge. You can't help but feel a surge of pride. Each little T-Rex that breaks free is a testament to your hard work and determination. The world is not kind to the young. You know that firsthand. These little babies are part of you, but they're also about as helpless as a cow at a dance-off. You're going to need to give them guidance, protection, and probably a crash course in survival. At first, you do your best, bringing them back the occasional lizard, but eventually, they'll have to figure things out on their own if they want to live. So now it's up to nature to run its course. Seasons pass, and you've become recognized in the region. The younger dinosaurs whispered tales of the fearsome T-Rex, the prehistoric Baba Yaga. You've carved out a space for yourself, a domain where you rule without challenge. Life is good. But then, the years begin to take their toll. You're not the spry, quick hatchling anymore. You've grown larger, wiser, but also a bit slower. The other T-Rexes around you, the younger ones, eye you with a mix of respect and something else, ambition. They're hungry for power, and as you age, the instinct to dominate begins to wane. You find yourself more content to rest in the sun, basking in the glory of your past hunts. It's time again to assert dominance. You rise, your massive body blocking the sun. You let out a mighty roar, a sound that echoes through the valley. The young T-Rex steps forward, its roar echoing back at you. It's a challenge, louder, fiercer, full of raw arrogance. For a moment, you think about how easily you could crush this little upstart, and the problem would be solved. You've spent your whole life fighting for dominance, battling for territory, throwing down with anyone who dared to challenge you. But as you stare down at your opponent, something shifts. This time was different. As the young T-Rex charges at you, you feel your muscles ache and your mind heavy. You realize that the thrill is gone. You've been here before, over and over. Maybe you're just tired. Tired of the constant fight, the endless noise, the same routine of proving you're the biggest and the strongest. You lower your head. The adrenaline fades. Maybe it's time to step down. The world's ready for a new king. Huh? Oh, for fuck's sake.